Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
But inside is so delightful.
It's Christmas in July.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Ring a bell.
Season 12.
Bum.
Bum. There we go. Third time's a charm. I got the bum right. All right. So, Dragon, speaking of bums, I think as far as a Christmas special goes, this episode is kind of a bum. We're talking the Magic School Bus Holiday Special. And, Dragon, you know how I feel about this episode?
How do you feel about this episode?
I essentially feel like we just got cartoon all-starred. So basically, like, you look at this thumbnail, right? And it's like, oh boy, doesn't that look delightful? The Magic School Bus gang on a whimsical adventure through a fucking winter wonderland. And Dragon, the other option you sent me as a thumbnail, like, delighted the autistic boy in me even more. It was the Magic School Bus as the front of a fucking train. A Christmas train. The Magic School Bus meets the Polar Express. How could that not be awesome? I tune in, Dragon, and I don't get much Christmas. I get a lot of talk about not a nutcracker, but a soldier. They can't even call it a nutcracker. And just this whole episode is just fucking recycling. Dragon, don't get me wrong. I think this is definitely going to be like the funny, bad episode of the season. And I think for our last season, in some ways, it's kind of appropriate that we have at least one of those. But shit, man, this is a turkey. I mean, just as far as like our sensibilities and like, I don't even know what to fucking say about this thing, man. This is like a 20-minute PSA about recycling with like a few minutes of Christmas puns fucking thrown in. That's about it. I'm kind of baffled.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if it was a mystery who our Scrooge was tonight, I think we've illuminated you as to whom that's going to be this evening.
Wendy is the Scrooge. Thank you very much. Everyone knows it's Wendy.
Do you mean Wanda?
Oh God, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can tell he was actually paying attention to the episode, kids.
Okay, to be fair, all these fucking characters, besides maybe Arnold and Ralphie, are so generic.
How dare you?
Obviously, the Frizz is not involved in that. I'm saying the kid characters. They don't really have much personality to stand out from one another.
All right.
Okay. So, I don't know, Dragon, like, as a Christmas episode, do you feel any better about this than I do?
I mean, look, you got to remember, okay, first of all, Magic School Bus, again, there has to be an educational mandate.
Educational, but I thought I was going to be educated on different holidays. When Arnold showed up and he was talking about Hanukkah, I was like, okay. Like, I thought this was going to be like an exploration of different holidays.
Of course, with Magic School Bus, I relished in the scholastic charm for days, because literally it's a scholastic product. I mean, look, I thought it was something. It was kind of pure and educational and nice as far as the holiday vibes go. I mean, look, for them to be in school again, short of like just spelling out these are how the holidays work. But again, you got to remember, Magic School is all about kind of the scientific process and like kind of learning about like it's not they don't really like study just the holidays. Usually, there's a scientific component. And short of snow, which we've kind of done with weather, there's only so much you can do there.
I honestly feel like we would have been better off doing that episode.
Well, we did the weather episode, which may have featured snow, all right? I mean, look, technically we could have done, like, there's like a snowplow episode or something. Like, we could have done that, but it's not Christmas, though.
We could have done The Simpsons Mr. Plow. Yeah, that's as much of a Christmas episode as this one is.
Well, if you didn't like it that much, maybe you should have watched it early and told me, I don't think we should cover this.
Well, maybe I should have.
Yeah, maybe you should have.
Well, like I said, it's okay. I think this is kind of a... Like, look, I understand the educational component of the Magic School Bus. I'm just saying, like, it seems like a little bit of a bait and switch. Like, it's literally called the holiday special, not the recycling special.
All I'm gonna
This
say,
episode has way more about recycling than it does holidays.
all I'm gonna say is it's hard to make recycling festive and seasonal, but I think Miss Frizzle did it. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Okay,
Anyway.
we got Kogias in the comments saying, I remember seeing Magic Schoolbus back in the day, but I don't remember it super well. Is it any good? Honestly, Kogias, I kind of think it's a show that's sort of like, it's definitely a vibe show. It's definitely a nostalgia show. I think Frizzle holds up as a character. Based on this one episode, I don't know if anything else does, but again, it's the one episode, so who knows? And then Kogias also says Cartoon All-Stars is a classic. It's arguably more ambitious than a lot of crossovers that came afterwards. I do think it's a classic, but I also think it's a classic example of a bait and switch, like this episode kind of is. Hence my example. Anyways. Dragon, would you like... We've probably been over Magic School Bus nostalgia at least once, but would you like to go over some yourself? I mean, I have a specific story that I think I might have shared already, but I'd like to share it again.
Yeah, well, you've definitely shared it already, but you can you can tell the kids.
Okay, so the Magic School Bus inside Ralphie, that particular episode, Dragon, that was a source of childhood trauma for me.
Yep.
Whenever my teacher would wheel out the VHS, like the the old TV with VHS,
the AV cart.
Yes, the AV cart. I would be like, please not Magic School Bus, please not Magic School Bus. When it was the eyewitness educational tapes, the do, I'd be like, yes, nothing scary here. But when it was Magic School Bus, I'd be like, I've got to go to the bathroom for the next 20 minutes because I didn't want to risk it, Dragon. I hated the episode that much. All right.
No, I recall. You don't like it. I don't like that episode. Frankly, neither do I. Just with the whole body stuff of it all. But yeah,
that episode is literally like baby's first body horror.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, anything else we need to set up before we just dive right into this thing?
Well, I mean, just in general. I mean, I had basically the positive version of that. Right? I enjoyed every time that AV cart got pulled in, the Magic School Bus played because one, of course, iconic, catchy theme song. But beyond that, a lot of love for Miss Frizzle. Just the idea of science was a subject I really liked in school, and I always thought I was like, man, that's a really the kind of blending of science and animation. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of love for it, and I had never seen the holiday special until this. So this is quite a treat for me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just dive right into it then.
Okay, so Wanda's looking forward to the Nutcracker ballet. We have this really cool, of course, Nutcracker, the Nutcracker suite trope.
Mm-hmm.
We have this really cool transition. We have a snowflake transition into a ballerina.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
See, Wanda and her.
I would say a party or a school activity on the last day before winter break is definitely a trope.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're in the classroom. We're waiting for Arnold because Arnold basically gave him the idea for the recycling theme of the episode. So basically, all of Tiki's ire this episode is directed straight at poor Arnold, not the Hey Arnold, different Arnold.
Dragon, I am basically.
You're Wanda.
Yeah, I'm Wanda. I'm like, God damn it, Arnold. We could have had all this Christmas fun, but instead you brought this recycling shit into it.
But much like Wanda,
what's wrong with you, kid?
Much like Wanda, you secretly like Arnold, though.
Well, Arnold is the source of the thing that most people got childhood trauma from with the show. The whole Arnold, no, takes off the mask, takes off the space helmet.
Yep.
I never had a problem with that, weirdly enough. So I guess in some ways I'm Team Arnold in that regard.
Oh yeah. All right, so they're getting ready. So Arnold has an interest in recycling, which has kind of inspired the field trip before Christmas, if you will. So they're going to a recycling.
Totally what this episode should have been called.
The field trip before Christmas.
Yes.
All right, so we see, in the classroom, we see the recycling theme here is like Liz, the kind of the mascot, Liz, Miss Frizzle's class pet, is kind of like powering the conveyor belt, which I thought this was a cute joke because it's basically it's kind of like a bicycle, kind of like powered, conveyor belt, so it's like an exercise bike sort of deal. So it's kind of like the old joke like for kids who don't know what recycling is this kind of episode is designed to play towards. It's like, hey, bicycle, recycle, we're kind of combining them.
Oh God, right?
It's like that joke. It's like that joke.
Bags.
It's like that joke from the Polar Express.
Sure.
rebicycling. That one.
Oh man.
Anywho, so they're waiting for Arnold to show up before they can go, and Wanda, she's anxious to finish the trip because she's going to the ballet, and this is a neat promotion. So, the interesting holiday promotion trope.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you go to the ballet, you get in for free so long as you donate a toy to the charity drive,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice. So basically, she's again, in a sense, she's repurposing and recycling her beloved toy soldier she had when she was smaller, and it'll be reused and regifted. So,
I mean, if you want to get into actually giving praise to the educational elements of this episode, I will say I do like how it starts with a very basic idea of what recycling is before it kind of we go to the recycling plant and we get into the real scientific nitty gritty of what it is. I think that that's a cool kind of pace to dwell out to give out the information.
I mean, Tiki, you got to admit, the idea of taking recycling and kind of paralleling it to Christmas in the spirit of giving, that's not bad. That's pretty. That's a
Look,
solid
it's not about it. I'm just saying. I think I just think that more of the episode could have been devoted, because there was a big chunk in the middle of the episode where I was just sitting there is this even a Christmas episode at all?
All the songs are styled to be Christmas.
I know, and that's really about it.
Anyway, let's see. So, okay, so Miss Frizzle, she enters right on cue. Comes out like a big box of recycling stuff, and I love, of course, Miss Frizzle, one of the best designed characters in educational television. She has the
I
very
would say one of the best designed animated characters of her entire era. Honestly, educational or otherwise, she's iconic.
So I love that very much. She's kind of like the animated equivalent to Fran Drescher from The Nanny, in which she has an outfit for every occasion.
Like Fran Drescher mixed with Mary Poppins.
Exactly. So she has like an outfit for every occasion. It's very themed to the subject of the day, which in this case is recycling. My favorite detail, I love that her earrings are little recycling bins.
Right. Yeah.
It's adorable. God, I love this woman. She's wonderful. Also Aunt May.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so Arnold arrives. Wanda, she seemingly has left her toy soldier behind. Arnold got a rock. Wrong holiday. No, but he got a rock for for Hanukkah. So
trope.
Big trope. Hanukkah.
Hanukkah
Jews are in. Yep. Tradition, gift, first night of Hanukkah. All tropes. So Arnold mistakenly, he kind of has a Toy Story 3 moment here.
Yes, that's exactly what came to mind when I saw this.
He has mistakenly put the toy soldier in with the recycling bin that he's bringing to the plant, and this is going to be a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
However, you know what? Just to give credit where credit's due, and I had no idea about this until this episode, but it makes me wonder because let's be honest, we're a little out of touch with Magic School Bus, but it's not for lack of interest. Just life goes by, and the Magic School Bus doesn't easily stream these days. It's around, and you can get it. It's public, essentially. It's like on Tubi and YouTube, and you can pretty much find it.
Also, frankly, I do not have the time to just like marinate in my childhood nostalgia like I used to in my 20s.
That's true too. Imagine where it'd be if he had rewatched the Magic School Bus and learned all these scientific lessons.
Well, then I'd be a much different man.
I think so. Anyway, what was I? Oh, right. So, anyway, so recipe for disaster. We are right into the plant. Let's see. So the bus travels. We see some sledding. We got some caroling. We got the basically the carol kind of the Christmas caroling music via recycling as the theme. So we do like the 12 items of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta like trope it up there. Trope.
Sure.
So anyways, we have gone to the recycling plant. So we've separated the recyclables to contribute. We've separated the recyclables to contribute into their respective parts of the factory. Miss Frizzle's cousin Murph. Murph.
Murph. You knew that was coming.
I did. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist. So, holiday guest star trope.
Uh-huh.
Dolly Parton.
Fucking wonderful. Dolly Parton is like a cousin of Miss Frizzle. It's so good. It's so good, Dragonite. The Murph is like definitively the best part of this episode, right? Wouldn't you agree? She has to be.
Agreed.
First of all, I love how it actually mirrors Dolly Parton in real life, where Dolly Parton, like, straight up, out of any celebrity, she is like one of the absolute biggest philanthropists, man. Like, she is the real life tiger philanthropist. But also, I just think that it's cool because I mentioned that because like Murph is like, she's so devoted to the recycling thing. She's devoted her life to it, just like Dolly Parton has essentially devoted her life to charity work in some ways. So I don't know. I think it's really cool casting. I love her design. I love her whole vibe. It's great. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. All right, so we meet Murph. We have like the fun back and forth of like, what do you got for me? For his like the stuff that dreams are made of. Well, little Casablanca reference.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Maltese Falcon reference. Let's see. So we have we have some fun kind of frizzleisms from Murph here. Like, empty bin ain't gonna win. Win
Right,
what?
right.
The war against waste, of course. Yeah, again, scholastic charm for day, kids.
Oh yeah.
All right, so they're all wearing these sound mufflers, which of course is going to kind of predicate the mishap that's about to occur. So Wanda's horrified to see that Arnold's about to recycle the toy soldier. He's unloaded it. And she sees it, and they're giving chase to the plastic toy.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to signal Murph, but again, Murph can't hear him because of the sound mufflers.
Now, just think of how horrific the scene would be if it was in the Toy Story universe and played out from the toys' perspective.
We've kind of done that. That's it's kind of a
condensed. No, but we haven't gone as far as actually seeing the repercussions of it, though.
Oh, you're right about that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, if it was Combat Carl.
Oh God.
Yep. Anyway. So, try signaling Murph. We see the recycling process. The items get washed, melted, then sliced and diced into plastic pellets.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, we kind of saw in Toy Story 3 to a degree.
We did.
Yep. Which, again, I was really bemused by. Like, oh, man, they really got it right in their research. It's very nice.
Wanda is very much lamenting, like, what can we possibly do with plastic pellets? What's the use for them? It's not like this show is an educational show where we're eventually going to get the answer to that or anything.
Well, that's kind of the world that we live in with Magic School Bus. They're always going to raise those questions, so we have a topic.
Sure, yeah.
Anyway, so what I was getting at earlier, I kind of got sidetracked. Sidetracked myself. Earlier I was getting is like it kind of makes you want to go back to the show and kind of look at this, but there's a bit of a connection between Wanda and Arnold that I never noticed before. It's kind of implied that I wonder if it was like a thing they were building or not, because so certain kids from Magic School Bus, they kind of there's kind of a connect. Maybe it's maybe again they don't need. Maybe it will. They won't be of sorts.
I don't know if it's like I don't ever remember anything from like when I was watching the show, but it might have just been for this episode. Who knows?
I don't know, because here's the thing. It's so funny because I connect like very specific episodes to this, but I can't remember if there was like, a continuity that was building in the background for these, and maybe it was a runner. But think about this, okay? You got one of my the Magic Schools episode that I don't know if I just saw the most amount of times or just made an impression on me, and I've seen it, but it was the Ralphie weather episode, which is why I keep citing it. That
Uh-huh.
one, Keisha and Ralphie kind of were an item. At least I don't know. She was really
Right,
nice.
I remember that. Yeah.
Like she gave him the business, but you got a sense that they were kind of friends, or maybe there was something there. It was kind of like for a kids next door comparison, it was kind of like number 5 and number 2.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway, so again, with that in mind, it kind of makes me think that Wanda and Arnold, might have been on there. So I wonder if like all the times Arnold was wishy washy, maybe Wanda was nice to him. That's all. I'm just wondering.
Possibly.
So this time she's ticked off at Arnold, but not completely his fault. She just says, "Oh, Arnold, I'm not upset with you. I'm upset at the concept of recycling." Yeah.
So Wanda is our ecological Scrooge trope.
Yep. Eco Scrooge. Yeah, so she doesn't blame Arnold. She blames the whole thing. She blames recycling. She is not happy.
She
So
basically does the "It's a Wonderful Life" scenario of like, I wish recycling just didn't exist.
exactly, and of course I'm thinking like David Arquette saying, "You did not just say that." Then just Wanda going around like and
Do
manically
you
just
realize
saying like,
what school bus you're in?
just Wanda saying this for like, "Hey, come here. I wish something to you. I wish recycling was never a thing."
Oh God.
All right, so she wishes recycling was never invented. Gives Frizz an idea, and we have this great gag of like name 3 things, like name 3 benefits we have from recycling, which of course is going to pay off later.
Mhm.
All right, so the bus,
It's almost like it's giving our episode a structure or something.
yeah. All right, so the bus transforms. This I thought you might find funny here. So the bus transforms into an anti-recycling. Basically, it's an element of destruction. It's kind of like it's like what if the Punisher targeted recycling?
You know what? I did find that amusing. It's genuinely one of the most like malicious things that the bus has ever done. Because generally speaking, you think of the bus and it's like, oh, whimsical and shit. But no, it's like the bus in some ways is straight up the antagonist of this. If you look at it just from like, a purely like plot point of view.
And if you look in the wide shot, the bus looks really ticked off.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the bus is vaporizing the recycling plant, which I love. Poor Murph is like, "Oh no, don't say that." We're depressing the heck out of Dolly Parton this episode, really.
Right.
Everything she knows, loves, and cherishes just gets vaporized by her cousin. So everything in sight gone, so again, I like the logical aftermath and the whole with the "It's a Wonderful Life." So again, big trope of the "It's a Wonderful Life," obviously, so the
Sure,
idea we're
sure.
manifesting the logical aftermath of a world without recycling. So no trees, because we have to, basically because there are no trees because we're doing excess of paper because we're not recycling the paper, we're not like making new paper from old paper.
Mhm.
So Wanda, again, she's deaf ears. She's focused on the possibility. Wait a minute. If we've undone recycling, no more pellets. The toy's probably fixed. Let's go back to the school.
I love how fucking Wanda is pretty selfish, like throughout the episode, basically.
Yeah. Well, again, Scrooge.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
3
All right,
ghosts,
so
3
the
lessons.
school dragon, it's a literal garbage dump. I love how, like, on their way to the school, they're kind of like just casually observing, like, all the like without recycling, there's all this extra trash. And the town dump is definitely not big enough to put all this extra trash. So where's this extra trash gonna go? And then Dragon, I love how it's like in the after show segment, we actually address how ridiculous this plot point is. That the school has become the new dump.
You gotta remember that was always the fun thing in Magic Schools. They always called themselves out on the logic in like the post in kind of the post show.
And then it also just implied that the whole thing was just like a production and all the kids were actors.
Yeah. Well, that's the real producer of the show, by the way. Who's always they're usually calling. You don't see him this episode, but they usually call into the guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So it's basically it looks like New York in the '80s.
Essentially, yes.
So there's overflow at the dump, the park. They go like the park or like the playground that overlooks the basically is right next to the school. Like on the way to the school, we reveal like the playground equipment. That was clever. The playground equipment is composed of it's composed of metals and plastics, which then turns into its original form because it was never recycled into these things like cans and plastic bottles.
Mm-hmm.
So Wanda runs to the school, and then she incurs the wrath of trash outside. There's basically this barrier; it's preventing her from getting in. So what have we learned so far? One, benefit of recycling saves the trees. Lorax approves. Number two, less garbage.
Indeed.
Yep. So I don't apologize for wrecking Wanda's plans, and Wanda's starting to see the error of her ways here, and she feels bad that she's kind of wrecked the world, wrecked the whole town.
Right.
And of course, Wanda then sets it off, and it recycles, bum, 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 the magic school bus. So this is like, oh, wow, that they are so doomed right now. The bus has been
This is a matchstick moment.
Yeah, it's like, oh, no, not the bus.
Oh God!
That's like hitting the DeLorean.
End game.
It's like hitting the DeLorean with the train, but early. Like at the end of part 2. What if we hit the DeLorean with the train? Like, oh no! So it's been recycled into so this is why we spell out the whole. It's been recycled into the materials that comprise the bus. Day-to-day items. They realize, okay, look, we're gonna make a new magic school bus using these materials. To recycle it back to its previous state, which thankfully...
Through the power of a corny Christmas Carol montage.
Yes!
Trope!
Yep.
Christmas Carol trope. Parody of a Christmas Carol. Trope. Christmas montage. Trope.
So Miss Frizzle, thank goodness, always prepared. She has a portable recycling vat to basically melt down things without having any recycling plant to do it at. So thankfully she had that, and collapsible bus molds. Thank goodness she had her collapsible bus molds. Tiki, where would we be if our principles of higher learning did not carry with them collapsible bus molds?
Amen.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the Jingle Bells, Carol of it all as we recycle as we reconstitute the bus here, and Dolly Parton singing.
Yeah, we get a couple good Dolly Parton singing bits, which always a treat, of course.
By the way, behind the scenes, Dolly Parton had a great time recording with Lily Tomlin. I think they were actually able to record like in the same room together. So
that's awesome! I bet. Yeah,
like you could see her cracking up at Lily Tomlin. I don't know if they just did this for show. Here's the thing, Tiki. So I didn't really have a lot of background on this. The only background I really have for you is when this. So two things. When this premiered, they did they switched up the name. Originally, it was like a Magic School Bus Family Holiday Special, and they shortened it to Holiday Special because it's like, as you can tell.
This is the second time in a row, by the way, that we've had like multiple, because with the cat dog thing, we had like a very merry cat dog Christmas, or just the cat dog Christmas, something like that. There was some sort of mix up in that regard. Yeah. Like Amazon had it listed as something.
Yeah.
But and now it's like I got it listed as like, okay, do I call this the Magic School Bus Family Special or just the Magic School Bus Holiday Special? But yeah.
So there's that. And secondly, so I guess when it premiered, at least when it was packaged, like on VHS and everything, if you watch it, it was like, I don't know, let's say 45 minutes. And the reason for that was, they had like a whole making of the Magic School Bus thing that comes on after, which kind of shows you the production of this, but also it's the show in general, which was informative. And it was neat. And seeing that, you get to see like Lily Tomlin and Dolly Parton like recording together and just having a good time. So I don't know how much that was just for the cameras or just kind of how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So Wanda, she finally gets it. The bus is successfully reassembled. We recycle, the old to the new. We save our natural resources. Murph is moved by this declaration that recycling is cool.
Again, I love how passionate this woman is about recycling. It is endearing.
Yeah, because kids, recycling is cool. Wouldn't you agree, Tiki?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. Recycle those cans. So Miss Frizzle, she hits the undo button essentially, which is problem solved. Now we have a bus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have more Christmas caroling as we fix everything up. Again, kind of like recycling themed Christmas caroling. We
Can we go back
construct.
to the recycling plant?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
We construct the toy soldier from
Yeah.
from the pellets in the mold.
Haha, I knew the pellets would come in handy, Dragon.
Yeah.
Take that. That's what I call a fucking Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's pellet.
Chekhov's pellet. Yes. Oh, God.
Chekhov's pellet machine gun.
Right.
Get it now. Chekhov's pellet machine gun. Just when you lost it, it'll come right back. Made by the same people that brought you rock soup.
Oh, man. Rock soup. Classic.
Anyway. Made from squalor. All right. So, let's see. So, we have very much a Santa's workshop effect with all these toy soldiers that are being made from the plastic pellets, and all of them have a piece of the original inside. Ain't that cute?
That is, I will say, that is a nice way to visually represent the concept of recycling in a holiday sort of way.
And now, because so many of them were made, they all have like free tickets to go to the ballet with, with Wanda, which is really nice. It's a win-win for everyone, Tiki, through the magic of recycling.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Arnold would love to join with the ballet, but there is some seasonal distress, Tiki. Grandma's sick. Arnold being I forgot how, we always, Magic School always kind of takes pot shots at Arnold, but you know what? We gave Arnold some nice.
I think Arnold is genuinely the most well-developed character in the whole show. I think he's like the one character that actually feels like fully fleshed out, I think.
Yeah.
Dragon, I think there is some dark I definitely don't think the episode meant for this to be the connotation, but think about it. The plot, the climax of this episode, the big conflict has to do with, oh no, the Jewish kid is getting on a train.
I don't know, Tiki. That's a bit of a stretch.
I'm sorry. I know, but I'm sorry, but my mind did kind of go there a little bit. I'm like, okay, that's a weird. It's just a weird pick. I get that we want to have the image of the school bus as the holiday train. I just think it's a weird way to go there, where it's we've got to the Jewish kid can't be alone on the train.
Well, I mean, his father's with him, Tiki.
Yeah, the father that we never see.
Wait, no, we see him right there. He's right next to him.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't really talk, though.
Yeah, I know he doesn't talk. I'm just saying, all right, fine, but he's there.
All right. Anyways.
Anyway.
I just thought it was a little weird. It was a little bit of a weird connotation for me.
Yes, because now all the Jews have to take the bus and the plane now. They can never travel on the train again because of that historic bench.
I'm just saying the urgency of oh no, Arnold can't be alone on the train.
Forget all the Jews in New York who rode the subway.
All right.
So if it's underground, we can allow it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway. So the point being, Arnold does some pathos. Arnold's grandmother's not doing well, so he's going on a train to visit her. And also, Wanda discovers Arnold's little present to her, which is he recycled his rock present to Wanda because she said she liked it, which is nice.
This can we just make the obvious joke with the rock present here? This is like what Hank Schrader would absolutely adore as a Christmas present.
Hank Schrader would shed a tear at this. He'd still be on the toilet, but he would still shed a tear. He would just be holding up the rock and he's shedding a tear, and while he's in the bathroom, because that's where he has all of his revelations. Yep. You're there in Tahajuli, but we don't want to go there with it. Anyway.
But Kermit, I don't want to go back to Tahajuli.
Kermit, what's Ozymandias?
Oh my god.
Just in the balloon, just Fozzie's asking Kermit all these random questions about TV.
Oh man.
Kermit, why did the Fonz jump over the sharks?
Ratings, Fozzie. They really needed the ratings.
Hey Kermit, why did David Chase end The Sopranos with a cut to black?
Well, Fozzie just they leave stuff up to the imagination, and that's what you got to do sometimes. Oh man,
God.
Kermit, what was the black smoke monster on Lost? No one really knows, Fozzie. No one really knows.
Kermit, why does David Zaslav hate cartoons?
Okay.
Anyway.
God.
And Sesame Street. Anyway, back to...
Dude, we should pitch a fucking Muppet movie where Zaslav is just the straight up villain and they have to save Sesame Street.
Oh, God. Oh, that'd be great. Anywho. So
it'd be like the big because we have had obviously Muppet cameos and Sesame Street cameos before, but this would be the big Muppet Sesame Street crossover cinematic event.
The Muppets Save Sesame Street.
Hell fucking yes.
Let me ask you this, okay? Here's a pitch for you, real quick. Okay, because this is PBS adjacent. Okay. We essentially use the plot of the Hey Arnold movie.
Yes,
but But David Zaslav as kind of like the Max von Trapp character. Who is he's going to bulldoze Sesame Street. He's going to actually destroy the neighborhood that is Sesame Street. So we kind of literalize it versus the Meta Network thing, which I'd still be down for. But let's just say, for argument's sake, we're actually demolishing the real Sesame Street, which of course would be it would be heresy, essentially what Zaslav's doing. Or let me ask you this. Do you think we could actually would you actually want it to be Zaslav, or you want it to be someone who is so ridiculously close to Zaslav but a different name? So
I think what we would need to do is we would basically need to cast a villain who isn't Zaslav but is obviously that's what we're going for.
Yeah. There we go.
Just to keep it in the realms of actually being realistic, because no Sesame Street Muppet thing would actually be oh, that's David Zaslav.
Yeah, let's get Timothy Oliphant to play the fake Zaslav.
There we go.
Yeah, Mr. Olifantastic himself.
Oh God.
Okay, so we have the dreidel songs. There's a rare trope for you, Hanukkah song. So we have the dreidel song applied to ladle, plastic ladle.
That's fun.
Earlier. Arnold has yellow plastic ladles. It's paying that off. So they all ditch the ballet to spend the holiday with Arnold see him off on the train, which basically is the bus as the caboose to the train.
Which, again, I fucking love that visual. And when you showed me that visual, I was really holding out hope that more of the episode would be the Magic School Bus as a whimsical Christmas train. I feel like I got a little bit bait and switched in that department.
Well, again, Tiki, you can always do research.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So Arnold is gifted, because he's he really likes recycling. Wanda gifts him plastic pellets.
Oh my God.
His favorite. Yay!
Special Christmas gift trope.
Yeah!
Also, Christmas sacrifice trope.
Yes. Decorated train car. Trope. Dolly Parton singing Christmas stuff. Trope.
A trope unto itself, absolutely.
Snowfall. Trope.
All right. Hey, there's more Christmas stuff in here than I thought.
See? So we have the "Goes Around Comes Around" again song, which is really nice and really really epitomizes recycling, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like I said, the bus is hooked up to the caboose of the train, and that's pretty much it. Then we have the call-in, which, long story short, because this isn't really Christmassy at all. We have.
But like I said, I do like that we address how ridiculous it is. Like we needed to exaggerate the whole school being dumb for effect.
So yeah, I love like the meta in universe, the fact that like these characters like basically filming a production, and they're taking calls and they're like referring it to the producer and stuff, and we have Dolly Parton helping out her and Liz is visually demonstrating how the heck, because I was wondering this in the episode, like how the heck do we recycle, and we kind of see with the paper, which I have no idea how do we recycle paper, and Liz demonstrates it for us. And we also call out the phonological thing. Like, okay, logically, it's not just one recycling plant that does it all. At least not usually. Usually, it's like separate plants and they get transported like between them. It's not it's separate buildings, which we address, which is cool. And of course, all the other stuff here and there. So we also, I just love she acknowledges the like yes we took liberties with the It's a Wonderful Life thing with the school with the garbage at the school.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah.
Yes, we took liberties. All right, for dramatic license. Let's see, and that's and of course at the end Liz he reuses the paper as like a tissue. So maybe I'll take a voicemail.
All right. So just to shout out a few comments here, Kogia says, I felt scared by the Clayface origin episode of Batman because it felt like body horror, so I can understand where it comes from. No, that episode is absolutely like objectively more straight up body horror than the Inside Ralphie thing. The Inside Ralphie thing was more just like, oh God, that's what the inside of a body looks like. Kind of a different kind of body horror than the typical, what you would typically use that phrase for. Kogias also says, I think the Magic School Bus got a decades later Legacy sequel. It was on Netflix. I haven't watched it, but I have not heard good things.
No, not really.
Sonia Pantoja is just popping in to say hi. Hey there, Sonia. I hope you're doing well.
Merry Christmas.
And Little Blue says, have you guys heard that PBS Kids is apparently going to go defunct soon? I've heard murmurings. I mean, at this point, it's like nothing would surprise me in regards to network TV. Like we just got the announcement that Colbert's getting canceled after next year, and so CBS is just not going to have any late night presence. I mean, I just think eventually network TV in general is just going to be extinct, and it's all going to be streaming stuff. So, it's sad, but I sadly I hope that PBS Kids at least has some sort of like online presence. But you did mention, Dragon, that it is a little bit hard to stream this. It is on Tubi though. Tubi's where I watched the episode.
Yeah, it's not that it's not around, but it's like that's the thing with the whole PBS.
It's in weird places. Yeah.
I mean, you can find it, so it is around, and it's not hard to find, but it's not necessarily not in vogue.
All right, Dragon, what's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I mean, look again. Could we have leaned more into like the regifting, recycling of it all? I mean, sure, but you know what? I mean, they only have like 20 minutes. There's a mandate. We have to stress the the educational component, and again, it's a school day, so we can't really dive that much into Christmas. I mean, look, with the limitations that we have, I was very satisfied. I thought it was a really good episode of Magic School Bus, but it also had some holiday connotations. Our whole premise here is again, we're talking about things that are have a little bit of Christmas in them, but they're not all the time full-on Christmas episodes. I don't know. I think we kind of hit our mandate on this one. I enjoyed it. I think it was. I think it was Christmassy enough, but maybe could have been like a skosh more Christmas. I was watching. It was like, aside from the snow, we might not have a lot of Christmas in this one.
All right. Well, I'm really glad you enjoyed it, Dragon, because I got to admit, like part of my hesitation with this initially was just watching and being like, oh man, Dragon is just going to straight up think that like there's no Christmas in this at all. I thought you were going to be upset with me a little bit, Dragon, honestly. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too for what it is. I mean, obviously Dolly Parton is kind of like the big MVP here. And talking through it, honestly, like there is a little bit more to the Christmas stuff than I initially thought. I still think it has a little bit a little bit of the whole like Cartoon All-Stars, like, haha, you thought you were getting a whimsical Christmas episode, but instead we're talking about recycling. But, you know, that's kind of what the Magic School Bus is inherently, so I can't really be mad at that. Overall, it's a fun little excursion. Probably going to be one of the weaker things that we talk about in the last season, but, you know, it's a fun ride. Little Blue, I think late night TV in general has kind of run its course. It's not just the Late Show. I think late night TV in general has kind of run its course. Go ahead, Dragon.
No, I just said like on the mat. You said it was a nice ride on the Magic School Bus.
Yes. Okay, so tropes. What do we got?
Okay, let's see. So we have kind of recycling.
Last day before Christmas break, Christmas party.
Yeah. We have kind of Christmas caroling via a recycling theme, but Christmas caroling all the same.
Mm-hmm. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep. We got Snow.
Indeed.
Nutcracker Suite with the toy soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got hold on. Oh yeah. So we have the sick relative around the holidays.
Sure.
We have Hanukkah.
We do have Hanukkah. Holiday gift exchange.
Yep. We got the.
You mentioned Nutcrackers.
Yes, I did. We have
Dolly Parton.
Yep, Dolly Parton. Celebrity singing celebrity Christmas music. Let's see. We got. Hold on. Oh, we have the school bus decorated and a Christmas train.
Yeah, sure.
So kind of a Santa's workshop effect with like the printing all the toys, with the recycling.
Definitely the recycling thing did absolutely have a Santa's workshop feel to it for sure.
Yep. And also the dreidel song, which so rarely ever gets used.
Yeah. Sure. All right.
Tiki, it's just times like this when we go on kind of quite the adventure here with everything, and we're talking all these tropes. It just makes you think, if only we had a snappy title for it at this point in time. It just feels like after all the scholastic joy that we've
12
enjoyed,
years, Dragon, 12 fucking years. We suck. Let's just face the facts. We straight up suck for not being able to come up with a tagline in 12 years.
Yeah, it's
let's not mince words about it.
It's embarrassing, folks. We went to school. We came out the same way, unfortunately. I don't know what to tell you. It's just here's the thing. I was enamored with the scholastic joy of the Magic School Bus. Tiki, he left the room in fear, but because of that, we're at a loss here, and we're going to ask you all to donate in the hopes that we can figure out a name for this magical process, and you can send them toll free to so if you want to be an Imagineer, but boy, Tiki, I wish. Oh man, I wish on a Christmas Star we had a name for this trope listing process of recaps and wonderment. Don't you?
Okay, well, let's see. You know what? One of the tropes that we didn't cover, actually, for the second time in a row that we didn't cover.
What?
This episode? Mistletoe.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think here. Mistletoe. So the show is highly science themed, right?
It is.
So let's see. With Inside Ralphie, I assume that a microscope was used at some point in the Inside Ralphie episode. I don't remember exactly, but I assume that a microscope was used.
I mean, probably not, but let's say it was. Let's say
it's kind of a stretch, but what if instead of going inside Ralphie, we go inside the mistletoe, which is being placed underneath the microscope?
Mistletoe. Underneath the microscope.
My God, we did it!
Yes! That's it!
All right, next time on Christmas in July. Arnold, no!
Womp womp.